Welcome to today's training session, hosted by Honorable CACFP Sponsorship Incorporated. We are thrilled to have you all here. This training is designed specifically for daycare center site administrators, directors, and owners, as well as pertinent staff members. We understand the important role you play in ensuring the success and quality of your daycare centers, and we are committed to providing you with the knowledge and tools necessary to excel in your positions. Throughout this training, we will cover several key topics to help you effectively manage your sites and meet all necessary requirements. Here's a brief overview of what we will cover today. 1. General explanation of the program. We will start with an overview of the Child and Adult Care Food Program, including its purpose and benefits. 2. How sites operate. We will delve into the operational aspects of running a daycare center, focusing on best practices and efficient management techniques. 3. Record-keeping requirements. Accurate record-keeping is crucial. We will go over the types of records you need to maintain and how to keep them organized. 4. Site responsibilities. We'll outline the specific responsibilities that site administrators, directors, owners, and pertinent staff must fulfill to ensure compliance and smooth operations. 5. Monitors' responsibilities. Understanding the role of monitors is essential. We will discuss their responsibilities and how they can support your site's success. 6. Civil rights requirements. Ensuring compliance with civil rights regulations is a fundamental aspect of managing a daycare center. We will cover the key requirements and how to implement them. 7. Other policies issues. We will address any other relevant policies and issues that may impact your site, providing guidance on how to handle them effectively. Our goal today is to equip you with the knowledge and skills necessary to run your daycare center smoothly and in compliance with all regulations. Thank you for participating in this training and thank you for your dedication to providing quality care to children. Let's get started.
Purpose of the CACFP program in child care centers. The Child and Adult Care Food Program plays a vital role in ensuring that children in daycare centers receive nutritious meals and snacks, which are essential for their growth and development. The program is designed to help daycare centers provide high-quality, healthy food to the children in their care. Here are the key purposes of the CACFP program as it relates to child care centers. 1. Promote healthy eating habits. One of the main goals of the CACFP is to encourage healthy eating habits from a young age. By providing nutritious meals and snacks, the program helps instill good eating practices that can last a lifetime. This is crucial in combating childhood obesity and other diet-related health issues. 2. Improve nutritional quality. The CACFP sets nutritional standards that ensure the meals served in daycare centers are balanced and wholesome. This includes guidelines on portion sizes, food variety, and the inclusion of essential nutrients, which together contribute to the overall well-being of the children. 3. Support child development. Proper nutrition is foundational for physical, cognitive, and emotional development. The CACFP helps child care centers provide the nourishment children need to grow, learn, and thrive. Well-fed children are more likely to be attentive, energetic, and ready to engage in educational activities. 4. Reduce food insecurity. By subsidizing the cost of meals and snacks, the CACFP makes it more affordable for child care centers to provide nutritious food, particularly in low-income areas. This helps to ensure that all children, regardless of their socioeconomic background, have access to healthy meals. 5. Enhance program quality and sustainability. Participation in the CACFP can enhance the overall quality of child care programs. It provides financial assistance that allows centers to allocate more resources toward other aspects of child care, such as educational materials and staff training, thereby improving the sustainability and effectiveness of the care provided. 6. promote equity and inclusion, the program also emphasizes the importance of serving all children equitably, including those with dietary restrictions or special needs. By adhering to civil rights requirements, child care centers can ensure they are providing an inclusive environment where every child's nutritional needs are met. In summary, the CACFP is much more than just a meal program. It is an integral part of the child care system that supports the health, development, and well-being of children. By participating in the CACFP, daycare centers can make a significant positive impact on the lives of the children they serve, laying the groundwork for a healthier future.
Eligibility for daycare centers to participate in the CACFP program. For a daycare center to participate in the Child and Adult Care Food Program, it must meet certain eligibility criteria. Understanding these requirements is crucial for ensuring that your center can access the benefits of this valuable program. Here's a narrative explaining what makes a daycare center site eligible to participate in the CACFP. First and foremost, daycare centers must be licensed or approved by the appropriate state or local licensing authority. This ensures that the facility meets the health and safety standards necessary for the care of children. If a center is exempt from licensing, it must provide proof of exemption according to state or local regulations. Secondly, the daycare center must serve children who are 12 years of age or younger. However, the program can extend to children up to 18 years of age if they are physically or mentally disabled and are enrolled in a facility that provides non-residential child care. Moreover, the daycare center must offer organized, non-residential child care services. This means that the facility should provide a structured program of care and education during the hours that parents or guardians are at work or engaged in other activities. Additionally, centers must operate on a nonprofit basis or be a for-profit center that receives compensation under Title 20 of the Social Security Act for at least 25% of the children in care, or at least 25% of the children in care must meet the program's eligibility requirements for free or reduced-price meals. Importantly, centers must also adhere to civil rights requirements. This involves ensuring that all children have equal access to the benefits of the CACFP, regardless of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. Compliance with these civil rights regulations is essential for participation in the program. Lastly, the daycare center must maintain accurate and complete records as required by the CACFP. This includes documentation of meal counts, attendance records, menus, and financial records related to the food program. Proper record keeping is crucial for demonstrating compliance with program requirements and for receiving reimbursement for meals and snacks provided. In summary, to be eligible for the CACFP, a daycare center must be licensed or approved, serve the appropriate age group, provide organized care services, operate on a nonprofit basis or meet specific for-profit criteria, comply with civil rights requirements, and maintain thorough records. By meeting these eligibility requirements, your center can participate in the CACFP and provide nutritious meals and snacks to the children in your care, supporting their health and development.
Importance of accurate record keeping in daycare centers for CACFP participation. Accurate record keeping is a cornerstone of successful participation in the Child and Adult Care Food Program. It ensures compliance with program requirements, facilitates the smooth operation of your center, and secures the necessary funding to provide nutritious meals to the children in your care. Accurate record keeping is vital for several reasons, especially when it comes to meal counts in daycare centers participating in the CACFP. Firstly, precise documentation ensures compliance with CACFP regulations. The program has strict guidelines on the types and quantities of meals and snacks served. By keeping accurate records, your center can demonstrate adherence to these guidelines during audits and reviews, avoiding potential penalties or loss of funding. Meal counts are a critical component of this record keeping. Recording the number of meals served each day, categorized by meal type, breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack, and eligibility status, free, reduced price, or paid, is essential. This data provides a clear picture of your center's meal service and helps verify that the meals served meet the program's nutritional requirements. Accurate meal counts also ensure that your center receives the appropriate reimbursement from the CACFP. The program provides financial assistance based on the number of eligible meals served. Inaccurate or incomplete records can lead to discrepancies in reimbursement claims, resulting in reduced funding or repayment obligations. By meticulously documenting meal counts, your center can maximize its funding and continue providing high-quality meals without financial shortfalls. Moreover, maintaining precise records of meal counts and other required documentation supports transparency and accountability. It allows your center to track food service operations effectively, identify trends, and make informed decisions about menu planning and resource allocation. This level of oversight helps improve the overall efficiency and quality of your meal service program. Proper record keeping also plays a role in fostering trust with parents, guardians, and regulatory bodies. Transparent and accurate documentation reassures stakeholders that your center is committed to providing nutritious meals and complying with all program requirements. It demonstrates your dedication to the health and well-being of the children in your care. In addition, accurate records are essential for continuous improvement. By analyzing meal count data, you can identify areas for improvement, such as meal participation rates or menu preferences, and make necessary adjustments to better meet the needs of the children. This proactive approach ensures that your center continually enhances its meal service and maintains high standards of care. In summary, accurate record keeping, particularly of meal counts, is crucial for daycare centers participating in the CACFP. It ensures compliance with regulations, secures appropriate funding, supports transparency and accountability, fosters trust, and enables continuous improvement. By prioritizing meticulous documentation, your center can provide nutritious meals to the children in your care, contributing to their growth, development, and overall well-being. Other essential records for CACFP compliance in daycare centers. To participate effectively in the child and adult care food program, daycare centers must maintain several key records to ensure compliance and secure funding. Enrollment forms and income eligibility forms. Enrollment forms provide basic information about each child, such as name, age, and enrollment status, which is essential for verifying eligibility for CACFP meals. Income eligibility forms are used to determine whether a child qualifies for free, reduced price, or paid meals, ensuring that the center claims the correct reimbursement category. These forms must be accurately completed and updated annually to reflect any changes. Daily attendance records. Daily attendance logs are crucial for tracking the presence of children at the daycare center. These records ensure that meal counts match the number of children present, validating the meals served and supporting accurate reimbursement claims. Menus and production records. Menus must be planned and documented in advance to meet CACFP nutritional guidelines, providing a clear overview of the meals served. Production records detail the quantity of food prepared and served for each meal, verifying that portions meet required standards and that enough food is available for all enrolled children. Receipts and invoices. Receipts and invoices for all food purchases and related supplies are necessary for financial accountability. These documents support the financial claims submitted for reimbursement and help track food expenses, ensuring transparency and proper use of CACFP funds. Training records. Documentation of training sessions attended by staff is essential to ensure that all personnel are knowledgeable about CACFP requirements and best practices. Training records should include the date, topics covered, and names of attendees, demonstrating the center's commitment to ongoing staff education and compliance. Maintaining these records accurately and consistently helps daycare centers comply with CACFP requirements, secure appropriate funding, and provide nutritious meals to children, supporting their overall health and development. Additional essential records for CACFP compliance in daycare centers. Beyond basic record keeping, daycare centers must maintain specific documentation to ensure comprehensive compliance with the Child and Adult Care Food Program. Meal benefit forms. Meal benefit forms include income eligibility applications submitted by families to determine each child's eligibility for free or reduced price meals. These forms must be collected, reviewed, and updated annually to reflect any changes in family income, ensuring that each child receives meals according to their eligibility status. Monitoring and review records. Documentation of internal and external monitoring visits and reviews is crucial for demonstrating compliance with CACFP regulations. These records should include detailed reports of findings, any identified issues, corrective actions taken, and follow-up activities. Keeping these records ensures continuous improvement and accountability in meal service operations. Civil rights compliance records. Maintaining records of civil rights compliance is essential for ensuring that all children have equal access to CACFP benefits. This includes documentation of non-discrimination policies, public notification of the program's availability, and procedures for handling civil rights complaints. These records demonstrate the center's commitment to inclusivity and equity. Food service agreements and contracts. If a daycare center contracts with a food service vendor, it must keep a copy of the agreement or contract. This document outlines the responsibilities of the vendor in providing meals that comply with CACFP standards, ensuring that the meals served meet nutritional requirements and that the vendor adheres to program guidelines. Monthly claim for reimbursement. Honorable CACFP Sponsorship Incorporated will submit monthly claims on behalf of centers for reimbursement to the state agency overseeing the CACFP. Keeping copies of these claims and the supporting documentation, such as meal counts and attendance records, ensures that the claims can be validated and audited if necessary. Accurate claims are crucial for receiving the correct reimbursement for meals served. Maintaining these records accurately and consistently is essential for daycare centers to comply with CACFP requirements, secure appropriate funding, and provide nutritious meals to children, thereby supporting their health and development.
Importance of organized activities for CACFP participation. Organized activities play a crucial role in the overall operation and success of daycare centers participating in the Child and Adult Care Food Program. These activities not only support the program's goals of promoting health and nutrition but also ensure that children receive well-rounded care. Here's a narrative to explain the importance of organized activities and a list of proper CACFP activities that align with this goal. Organized activities are an essential component of daycare centers participating in the CACFP program. These activities provide structure and routine, which are vital for children's development and well-being. Engaging children in organized activities helps create a stimulating environment where they can learn, grow, and thrive. It also supports the CACFP mission by promoting physical activity, healthy eating habits, and overall wellness. Incorporating organized activities into your daily schedule ensures that children are not only receiving nutritious meals but also engaging in physical, educational, and recreational activities that contribute to their holistic development. These activities help children build social skills, improve motor skills, and develop cognitive abilities, all while reinforcing the importance of a healthy lifestyle. Here are some examples of proper CACFP activities that can be integrated into your daycare center's routine. 1. Physical activities. Outdoor playtime encourages physical exercise and motor skill development. Structured games and sports promotes teamwork, coordination, and physical fitness. Yoga, or stretching sessions, helps children learn the importance of flexibility and relaxation. 2. Educational activities. Nutrition education teaches children about healthy foods and balanced diets. Gardening projects allows children to learn about where food comes from and the importance of fresh produce. Cooking classes provides hands-on experience in preparing healthy meals and snacks. 3. Creative activities. Art and craft projects encourages creativity and fine motor skills. Music and movement combines physical activity with creative expression. 4. Social activities. Group story time promotes literacy and social interaction. Cultural celebrations helps children appreciate diversity and learn about different traditions. 5. Wellness activities. Mindfulness and relaxation introduces techniques for managing stress and emotions. Hygiene and personal care teaches good hygiene practices, such as hand washing before meals. By incorporating these organized activities into your daycare center's daily schedule, you create a comprehensive care environment that supports the physical, cognitive, and emotional development of children. These activities also align with CACFP goals by promoting healthy eating habits, physical fitness, and overall wellness. Ensuring that your center provides a balanced mix of nutritious meals and engaging activities will help you meet CACFP requirements and contribute to the well-being and development of the children in your care.
Operating with FSMC vended or catered meal services for CACFP participation. When daycare centers participate in the child and adult care food program using food service management companies or vended catered meal services, it is essential to understand how to effectively manage and operate this aspect of the program. This narrative explains the process and details crucial operational aspects. Types of meals to be served. Daycare centers must ensure that the meals served meet the CACFP meal pattern requirements. This includes breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, with each meal type adhering to specific nutritional guidelines. Meals should include a variety of fruits, vegetables, grains, proteins, and dairy to provide balanced nutrition. Meal pattern requirements. Each meal must meet the established CACFP meal pattern requirements. For example, breakfast must include milk, a fruit or vegetable, and a grain. Lunch and dinner should include milk, a fruit, a vegetable, a grain, and a protein. Snacks must consist of 2 different components from the meal pattern categories. Meal planning. Effective meal planning is essential for meeting CACFP requirements and ensuring children receive nutritious and appealing meals. The daycare center should work closely with the FSMC or caterer to develop menus that adhere to CACFP guidelines. Menus should be planned in advance and documented to ensure compliance. Delivery schedules or tickets from the vendor or caterer. The vendor or caterer will provide a delivery schedule, specifying the times and days meals will be delivered. Delivery tickets or invoices accompany each delivery, detailing the number and types of meals provided. These tickets must be checked against the order to ensure accuracy and must be kept as part of the center's record keeping. Adjustments of the number of meals delivered. The number of meals ordered may need to be adjusted based on attendance and the needs of the center. It's important to communicate any changes in meal counts to the vendor or caterer in advance to avoid food waste or shortages. Accurate attendance and enrollment records help in predicting the required number of meals. Storing meals. Proper storage of delivered meals is crucial to maintaining food safety and quality. Perishable items should be stored in refrigerators or freezers immediately upon delivery, while non-perishable items should be stored in a cool, dry place. All storage areas should be clean and organized to prevent contamination. Contacting the meal vendor or caterer when problems occur. If any issues arise with the meal delivery, such as late deliveries, incorrect orders, or food quality concerns, the daycare center should contact the vendor or caterer immediately to resolve the problem. It's essential to have a clear communication channel and a process for addressing any issues promptly. Approved CACFP meal service levels. CACFP has specific meal service levels that must be adhered to, which include family style. Children and adults serve themselves from common platters of food, promoting independence and social interaction. Pre-plated. Meals are served in pre-portioned servings, ensuring each child receives the appropriate amount of food. Offer versus serve. This option allows children to decline some of the food offered in certain components, reducing waste while still ensuring they receive a nutritionally balanced meal. In summary, using FSMC vended or catered meal services for CACFP participation requires careful planning, coordination, and communication. By adhering to meal pattern requirements, effectively planning meals, managing deliveries, adjusting meal counts, properly storing meals, promptly addressing issues and following approved meal service levels, daycare centers can ensure they provide nutritious meals that meet CACFP guidelines. This process supports the overall health and development of the children in their care, while maintaining compliance with program requirements.
Operating with self-prepared meal services for CACFP participation. When daycare centers choose to participate in the child and adult care food program using self-prepared meal services, they take on the responsibility of planning, preparing, and serving meals that meet the program's nutritional standards. Here, we will explain the process and provide details of the crucial operational aspects of self-preparation and service of meals in a daycare center environment. This will include regulations regarding transporting meals that are prepared for multiple affiliated sites in different locations. Meal pattern requirements. Each meal must meet CACFP meal pattern requirements, ensuring that children receive balanced and nutritious meals. Breakfast must include milk, a fruit or vegetable, and a grain. Lunch and dinner should include milk, a fruit, a vegetable, a grain, and a protein. Snacks must consist of 2 different components from the meal pattern categories. Following these guidelines ensures that all meals are nutritionally adequate. Inventory and use of meal inventory forms. Keeping an accurate inventory of all food supplies is essential for efficient meal preparation and cost control. Meal inventory forms should be used to track the quantity of food items on hand, monitor usage, and plan future purchases. Regularly updating these forms helps prevent shortages and ensures that ingredients are available for planned meals. Meal service adjustments. Adjusting meal service based on attendance and children's preferences helps minimize food waste and ensures that each child receives an appropriate portion. Regularly reviewing attendance records and making adjustments to meal quantities as needed is crucial. This includes preparing additional meals for days with higher attendance or scaling back when fewer children are present. Production records. Production records document the quantity of food prepared and served for each meal, ensuring compliance with CACFP requirements. These records should include details such as the menu items prepared, portion sizes, and the number of servings provided. Accurate production records are essential for verifying that meals meet the required standards and for supporting reimbursement claims. CACFP requirements and forms. Adhering to hazard analysis critical control point principles is vital for food safety. CACFP forms help identify and control potential hazards in the meal preparation process. These forms should document critical control points, monitoring procedures, corrective actions, and verification activities. Following CACFP guidelines ensures that meals are safe and free from contamination. Meal preparation adjustments. Adjustments to meal preparation may be necessary to accommodate dietary restrictions, allergies, or cultural preferences. It is important to have procedures in place to handle special dietary needs and to communicate these adjustments to all staff involved in meal preparation and service. Self-preparation for multiple sites. When a child care center self-prepares meals for multiple sites in different locations, additional coordination and planning are required. The center must ensure that meals are transported safely and maintain proper temperatures to prevent foodborne illnesses. CACFP regulations require that each site adheres to the same meal pattern requirements and record-keeping standards. Transport logs should be kept to document the movement of meals between sites, and each site must maintain its own set of records, including inventory, production records, and CACFP forms. Other pertinent information. Staff training. All staff involved in meal preparation and service should receive regular training on CACFP requirements, food safety, and CACFP principles. This ensures that everyone is knowledgeable about best practices and regulatory compliance. Kitchen equipment and facilities. Ensure that kitchen equipment and facilities are adequate for preparing meals in compliance with CACFP standards. Regular maintenance and sanitation of kitchen equipment are necessary to ensure food safety. Menu planning. Plan menus in advance to ensure they meet CACFP nutritional guidelines and provide variety. Menus should be reviewed and approved by a nutritionist or dietitian, if possible, to ensure they meet all dietary requirements. In summary, operating with self-prepared meal services for CACFP participation involves adhering to strict meal pattern requirements, maintaining accurate inventory and production records, following CACFP guidelines, and making necessary meal preparation adjustments. When preparing meals for multiple sites, additional coordination is required to ensure food safety and regulatory compliance. By managing these aspects effectively, daycare centers can provide nutritious and safe meals that support the health and development of the children in their care.
Record-keeping requirements for daycare centers participating in the CACFP program. Effective record-keeping is essential for daycare centers participating in the Child and Adult Care Food Program. Proper documentation ensures compliance with program requirements, facilitates accurate reimbursement, and supports the overall operation of the meal service. This narrative outlines the key record-keeping requirements for CACFP participation and provides details on managing various types of records. Daily record-keeping requirements. Each day, centers must maintain accurate records of all meal services. This includes documenting the number of children served, meal counts, and the types of meals provided. Daily records help track meal service and ensure that all meals comply with CACFP nutritional standards. Meal delivery receipts. When meals are delivered by a food service management company or caterer, centers must keep receipts that detail the number and types of meals received. These receipts must be checked against the order and retained as part of the center's documentation to ensure that deliveries match the planned quantities. Meal purchase receipts. For centers that purchase food supplies, receipts for these purchases must be kept. These receipts support financial records and help verify the costs associated with meal preparation, which is crucial for accurate reimbursement claims and budgeting. Recording second meal servings. If a child receives a second serving of a meal, this must be recorded separately. Documenting second servings helps ensure that meal counts are accurate and supports compliance with CACFP guidelines, which have specific rules regarding meal portions and quantities. Recording leftover meals that were not served. Any meals prepared but not served should be documented. This includes noting the number of leftover meals and the reason they were not served. Accurate recording of leftovers helps in meal planning and reduces food waste. Recording spoiled meals. Meals that spoil and are discarded must be recorded, including details such as the quantity of spoiled food and the reason for spoilage. This record helps identify potential issues in food storage or handling and supports overall food safety. Recording daily labor using time and attendance records and logs. Accurate time and attendance records for staff involved in meal preparation and service are essential. These records should document the hours worked by each staff member and ensure that labor costs are properly accounted for and aligned with CACFP regulations. Collection of daily records. Daily records must be collected and reviewed regularly to ensure completeness and accuracy. This includes verifying meal counts, checking receipts, and ensuring that all required documentation is properly filed and accessible. Maintenance and retention of meal service records. Records related to meal service, including meal counts, receipts, and production records, must be maintained for a specified period, typically 3 years, as required by CACFP regulations. These records should be stored in an organized manner, either digitally or physically, to facilitate audits and reviews. Other pertinent information. Audits and reviews. Be prepared for periodic audits and reviews by maintaining well-organized and accurate records. This includes having documentation readily available for review by CACFP representatives or auditors. Staff training. Ensure that all staff involved in record keeping are trained on CACFP requirements and best practices for documentation. Proper training helps maintain the integrity of records and supports compliance. In summary, meticulous record keeping is a fundamental aspect of participating in the CACFP program. By maintaining detailed and accurate records of daily meal services, meal delivery and purchase receipts, second servings, leftovers, spoiled meals, staff labor, and other relevant information, daycare centers can ensure compliance with CACFP requirements, facilitate accurate reimbursement, and support the effective operation of their meal service program.
Sponsored sites' responsibilities in administering the CACFP program. Daycare centers participating in the Child and Adult Care Food Program have several key responsibilities to ensure the effective administration of the program. These responsibilities involve maintaining compliance with CACFP regulations, ensuring accurate record keeping, and managing the overall meal service operation. Here is a detailed list of a sponsored site's responsibilities, including the frequency of completing these duties. 1. Compliance with CACFP meal patterns. Responsibility: ensure that all meals served meet the CACFP meal pattern requirements, including appropriate portions of fruits, vegetables, grains, proteins, and dairy. Frequency: daily, as meals are served. 2. Accurate record keeping. Responsibility: maintain detailed records of meal counts, attendance, meal preparation, and food inventory. This includes recording meal delivery receipts, purchase receipts, second servings, leftovers, spoiled meals, and daily labor. Frequency: daily, with records reviewed and updated as needed. 3. Menu planning and documentation. Responsibility: plan menus that meet CACFP nutritional standards and document them. Ensure that menus are posted and accessible to parents and guardians. Frequency: weekly, with menus planned and documented in advance. 4. Daily meal counts, responsibility. Record the number of meals served and the number of children present to verify that meal counts match the attendance records. Frequency, daily. 5. Submission of monthly claims, responsibility. Prepare and submit monthly claims for reimbursement to the sponsoring organization, ensuring that all required documentation is included and accurate. Frequency, monthly. 6. CACFP compliance, responsibility. Implement and maintain hazard analysis critical control point procedures to ensure food safety, including monitoring critical control points and maintaining appropriate temperatures for food storage and preparation. Frequency, daily, with regular reviews of CACFP forms and procedures. 7. Training and certification, responsibility. Ensure that all staff involved in meal preparation and service receive training on CACFP requirements, food safety, and proper record keeping. Maintain records of training sessions attended. Frequency, annually or as needed, with ongoing training as new staff are hired. 8. Civil rights compliance, responsibility. Adhere to civil rights requirements, including providing non-discrimination notices and handling civil rights complaints. Ensure that the program is accessible to all eligible children. Frequency, ongoing, with regular reviews of civil rights policies and procedures. 9. Monitoring and self-assessment, responsibility. Conduct regular internal reviews and self-assessments to ensure compliance with CACFP regulations. Address any identified issues and implement corrective actions as needed. Frequency, quarterly or as required by the sponsoring organization. 10. Maintaining and retaining records, responsibility. Organize and retain records related to meal service, including meal counts, receipts, production records, and training documentation. Ensure that records are kept for the required retention period, typically 3 years. Frequency, ongoing, with records reviewed and updated as necessary. 11. Communication with the sponsoring organization, responsibility. Maintain open communication with the sponsoring organization, reporting any issues, changes in meal service, or significant events that may affect CACFP operations. Frequency, as needed, with regular updates and communication as required by the sponsoring organization. 12. Compliance with state and local regulations, responsibility. Ensure that all aspects of the meal service operation comply with state and local health and safety regulations, including food handling and sanitation practices. Frequency, ongoing, with regular checks to ensure compliance. By fulfilling these responsibilities, daycare centers can effectively administer the CACFP program, ensuring that children receive nutritious meals, maintaining compliance with program requirements and supporting the overall success of the program.
Sponsoring organizations' responsibilities in administering the CACFP program. Sponsoring organizations play a crucial role in the administration of the Child and Adult Care Food Program. They are responsible for overseeing and supporting participating daycare centers to ensure compliance with program requirements and the effective delivery of nutritious meals. Here is a detailed list of the responsibilities and duties of a sponsoring organization, including the frequency of completing these duties. 1A. Application and certification of daycare centers, responsibility. Review and approve applications from daycare centers wishing to participate in the CACFP. Ensure that centers meet eligibility requirements and have the necessary facilities and staff. Frequency, as applications are received and on an ongoing basis for new and renewing centers. 2. Training and technical assistance, responsibility. Provide training and technical assistance to daycare centers on CACFP regulations, meal pattern requirements, record keeping, and food safety. Ensure that center staff are knowledgeable and compliant with program standards. Frequency, annually, with additional training sessions or support as needed. 3. Monitoring and site visits, responsibility. Conduct regular monitoring visits to participating centers to review compliance with CACFP requirements. Evaluate meal service operations, record-keeping practices, and overall program adherence. Frequency, at least 3 times per year, with more frequent visits as needed based on performance or compliance issues. 4. Approval of menus and meal plans, responsibility. Review and approve menus and meal plans submitted by daycare centers to ensure they meet CACFP meal pattern requirements and nutritional standards. Frequency, as menus are submitted, with periodic reviews of ongoing meal plans. 5. Review and approval of claims for reimbursement. Responsibility, review and approve monthly claims for reimbursement submitted by daycare centers. Ensure that all claims are accurate, complete, and supported by the required documentation. Frequency, monthly, with timely processing of claims. 6. Compliance with civil rights requirements, responsibility. Ensure that participating centers adhere to civil rights requirements, including providing non-discrimination notices and addressing any civil rights complaints. Frequency, ongoing, with periodic reviews and assessments of compliance. 7. Providing guidance on record keeping, responsibility. Offer guidance and support to daycare centers on proper record keeping practices, including maintaining accurate meal counts, receipts, and other required documentation. Frequency, as needed, with regular reminders and updates on record-keeping requirements. 8. Handling administrative reviews and audits, responsibility. Conduct administrative reviews and audits of participating centers to ensure compliance with CACFP regulations. Address any findings or issues and implement corrective actions as necessary. Frequency, annually or as required by program regulations, with follow-up reviews as needed. 9. Processing and managing claims, responsibility. Manage the processing of reimbursement claims from daycare centers, ensuring that payments are made accurately and promptly. Frequency, monthly, with timely processing of all approved claims. 10. Providing updates on program changes, responsibility. Keep daycare centers informed about changes to CACFP regulations, policies, and procedures. Provide updates and guidance on how these changes affect program operations. Frequency, as changes occur, with regular communication to ensure centers are up to date. 11. Support and problem resolution, responsibility. Provide support to daycare centers in resolving issues related to meal service, compliance, or other program-related matters. Offer solutions and guidance to address challenges. Frequency, as needed, with ongoing availability for problem resolution. 12. Maintaining program integrity, responsibility. Ensure the integrity of the CACFP program by monitoring for fraud or abuse, implementing safeguards, and maintaining high standards of program administration. Frequency, ongoing, with regular checks and oversight. 13. Documentation and record retention, responsibility. Maintain accurate records of all administrative activities, including training, monitoring visits, claims processing, and compliance reviews. Ensure that records are kept for the required retention period. Frequency, ongoing, with regular updates and organization of documentation. By fulfilling these responsibilities, sponsoring organizations help ensure that daycare centers effectively administer the CACFP program, providing nutritious meals to children and maintaining compliance with program regulations. This oversight and support are essential for the success and integrity of the CACFP program.
Civil rights requirements for administering the CACFP program. Civil rights requirements are a critical component of the administration of the Child and Adult Care Food Program. Ensuring compliance with these requirements helps promote fairness and accessibility in the program. Here is a detailed explanation of the civil rights requirements for daycare centers participating in CACFP, including a list of these requirements and best practices for implementation. Civil rights requirements. 1. Non-discrimination policy requirement. Daycare centers must display the "and justice for all" poster, which outlines the non-discrimination policy, in a prominent location accessible to participants, parents, and staff. Best practice. Post the poster in a high-traffic area, such as the entrance or common area, and ensure it is visible to everyone entering the center. 2. Non-discrimination statement requirement. Include the USDA non-discrimination statement on all CACFP materials, including brochures, menus, and promotional materials. The statement must be in both English and any other languages prevalent in the community. Best practice. Verify that all written communication and materials related to CACFP include the appropriate non-discrimination statement. Ensure translations are accurate and culturally appropriate. 3. Training and education requirement. Provide civil rights training to all staff involved in the CACFP program. Training should cover the importance of non-discrimination, how to handle complaints, and procedures for ensuring equal access. Best practice. Schedule regular training sessions and keep detailed records of attendance. Use interactive training methods and provide refresher courses as needed. 4. Complaint procedures requirement. Establish and publicize procedures for filing civil rights complaints. Ensure that participants and their families are aware of how to file a complaint and that complaints are handled promptly and confidentially. Best practice. Post a clear and simple guide on how to file a complaint, including contact information for the appropriate personnel. Keep records of all complaints and their resolution. 5. Equal access and accommodation requirement. Ensure that the CACFP program is accessible to all eligible individuals, including those with disabilities. Make reasonable accommodations for participants with special needs. Best practice. Conduct accessibility assessments to ensure that facilities and services are inclusive. Provide alternative formats of materials and adjust meal services to accommodate dietary restrictions and special needs. 6. Data collection and reporting requirement. Collect and maintain demographic data on participants to monitor and ensure compliance with civil rights requirements. This data helps identify and address potential disparities. Best practice. Implement a system for collecting and securely storing demographic data. Regularly review the data to assess program accessibility and make necessary adjustments. 7. Program accessibility requirement. Ensure that program facilities, services, and information are accessible to everyone, including those who may face barriers due to language, literacy, or physical access issues. Best practice. Provide materials in multiple languages, use assistive technologies, and ensure physical access to facilities. Regularly review accessibility measures and make improvements as needed. 8. Compliance with state and federal regulations requirement. Adhere to both state and federal civil rights regulations governing the CACFP program. Ensure that all local policies align with these broader regulations. Best practice. Stay informed about changes in civil rights regulations and adjust policies accordingly. Engage with legal experts or consultants to ensure ongoing compliance. Best implementation practices. 1. Regular review and updates. Regularly review civil rights policies and procedures to ensure they remain current and effective. Update practices based on feedback and changes in regulations. 2. Inclusive communication. Use inclusive language and images in all communications and materials to reflect the diversity of the community served. 3. Community engagement. Engage with the community to understand their needs and preferences. Use this feedback to make necessary adjustments to programs and services. 4. Feedback mechanisms. Implement mechanisms for receiving and addressing feedback from participants, families, and staff regarding civil rights and program accessibility. 5. Documentation and record keeping. Maintain thorough documentation of all civil rights training, complaints, and program accessibility efforts. This documentation is essential for audits and reviews. By adhering to these civil rights requirements and implementing best practices, daycare centers can ensure compliance with CACFP regulations, promote fairness and accessibility, and provide a supportive environment for all participants. These efforts help create an equitable and inclusive program that meets the needs of the diverse population served.
Other policies and issues in CACFP program administration. Administering the Child and Adult Care Food Program involves managing a variety of policies and addressing potential issues to ensure smooth operation and compliance. Below is a detailed explanation of common issues that arise, along with solutions for each. Inclement weather and alternate service areas. Issue: inclement weather can disrupt meal service, requiring daycare centers to have plans in place for alternate service areas or arrangements. Solution: 1. Develop a contingency plan. Create a plan that outlines procedures for meal service during inclement weather, including how to communicate with parents and guardians about changes. 2. Alternate service areas. Identify and prepare alternate service areas within the facility that can be used if the main area is inaccessible. 3. Emergency supplies. Keep a stock of non-perishable food items and emergency supplies to ensure meal service can continue during unexpected weather events. 4. Communication. Notify parents and guardians in advance of any changes in meal service or facility operations due to weather. Handling unauthorized adults trying to eat meals. Issue: unauthorized adults attempting to eat meals intended for program participants can affect meal counts and program integrity. Solution: 1. Clear policies. Establish and communicate a clear policy that meals are only for eligible participants. Post signs or notices explaining this policy in visible areas. 2. Identification. Implement a system for verifying eligibility, such as ID badges or sign-in logs, to ensure only authorized individuals receive meals. 3. Staff training. Train staff to recognize and address situations involving unauthorized adults politely and effectively. Ensure they understand the importance of maintaining program integrity. 4. Monitoring. Regularly review meal service procedures and conduct periodic checks to prevent unauthorized access. Handling discipline. Issue: discipline issues among participants can affect meal service and overall program environment. Solution: 1. Behavioral policies. Develop and implement clear behavioral policies and expectations for participants. Communicate these policies to children and parents or guardians. 2. Positive reinforcement. Use positive reinforcement strategies to encourage good behavior. Acknowledge and reward compliance with program rules. 3. Consistent procedures. Apply disciplinary procedures consistently and fairly. Address issues promptly and document any incidents. 4. Training. Train staff in behavior management techniques and conflict resolution to handle discipline effectively. Reviewing equipment, facilities, and materials for recreational activities. Issue: ensuring that equipment, facilities, and materials used for recreational activities are safe and appropriate is essential for participant well-being. Solution 1. Regular inspections. Conduct regular inspections of recreational equipment and facilities to ensure they are safe and in good repair. Address any maintenance issues promptly. 2. Age-appropriate materials. Ensure that recreational materials and equipment are appropriate for the age and developmental stage of the participants. 3. Safety guidelines. Follow safety guidelines and standards for all recreational equipment. Implement procedures for reporting and addressing safety concerns. 4. Feedback. Gather feedback from participants and staff about the quality and safety of recreational activities to make necessary improvements. Reviewing trash removal requirements. Issue: proper trash removal is critical for maintaining a clean and sanitary environment in daycare centers. Solution 1. Trash collection procedures. Implement procedures for regular trash collection and disposal. Ensure that trash bins are available in all areas and are emptied regularly. 2. Sanitation. Follow sanitation guidelines for disposing of food waste and other trash. Use proper waste management practices to prevent contamination and pests. 3. Training. Train staff on proper trash handling procedures and the importance of maintaining a clean environment. 4. Documentation. Keep records of trash removal and sanitation practices for review and compliance purposes. Discussing corrective action. Issue: corrective actions are necessary to address and resolve issues related to program compliance, performance, and operations. Solution 1. Identify issues. Conduct regular reviews and assessments to identify areas needing improvement or non-compliance with CACFP regulations. 2. Develop action plans. Create detailed action plans outlining steps to correct identified issues, including timelines and responsible personnel. 3. Implement changes. Execute corrective actions as outlined in the action plan and monitor progress to ensure issues are resolved. 4. Follow up. Review the effectiveness of corrective actions and make additional adjustments if needed. Document all corrective actions taken and their outcomes. Nutrition education. Issue: providing nutrition education is essential for helping participants make healthy food choices and understand the importance of balanced diets. Solution 1. Educational programs. Implement nutrition education programs that teach participants about healthy eating, portion control, and the benefits of various food groups. 2. Interactive activities. Use interactive activities, such as cooking demonstrations, taste tests, and games, to engage participants and make learning about nutrition enjoyable. 3. Parental involvement. Involve parents and guardians in nutrition education efforts by providing information and resources they can use at home. 4. Collaboration. Partner with local nutritionists or dietitians to provide expert guidance and resources for nutrition education. By addressing these policies and issues with effective solutions and best practices, daycare centers can ensure the successful administration of the CACFP program while maintaining a positive and compliant environment for all participants.
If you have any questions or need further clarification regarding the topics presented in this training session, please do not hesitate to reach out. We are here to assist you and ensure that you have all the information needed to effectively administer the CACFP program. For any inquiries or additional support, please contact Honorable CACFP Sponsorship Incorporated at admin@honorablecacfp.com. Our team is dedicated to providing you with the guidance and assistance you require. Thank you for your attention and commitment to the CACFP program.
Conclusion and next steps. Thank you for participating in today's CACFP training presentation. Your engagement and commitment to understanding the key aspects of the program are vital for its successful implementation and for providing the best care and nutrition to the children you serve. To complete your training, please take a moment to download, complete, sign, and date the training form available in the Videos and Forms tab on our website at honorablecacfp.com. Once you have filled out the form, kindly submit it to Honorable CACFP Sponsorship Incorporated via email at admin@honorablecacfp.com. We appreciate your dedication to the CACFP program and your efforts to ensure compliance and excellence in meal service. Should you have any questions or require further assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you again for your participation and commitment.